What's up, y'all? It's Matt Hoffa of the legendary My Expert Opinion Show. Y'all can check me out in Chattanooga for the Hip Hop Summit out there, October 14th. I'll be there. I hope you're there too. Salute.
It's all around. Look around you, man. You can find inspiration. You can find discouragement. It all depends on you. Perception is everything. Some people just hear another song. Some people hear the greatest. A nigga used to have no chill. Nowadays I bump side A. Traffic going bumper to bumper, stuck on the highway.
Right. You know, so there was a lot of that, you know.
How long were you a part of that lifestyle, and how did it affect your music?
Oh, music was over with, and that was a decision that I made. Right. So 1990, I would say, or really the latter part of '89 was when I really just said like, yo,
I'm not doing this no more.
Nah, I was still doing it.
Yeah.
Because if you look at my second album on EMI, To Your Soul, you see it's red, black, and green. And if you look on my chest, you see what's known as the flag of the Mahdi, which is the they say that, or Dr. York said, you know, he descended from him and that his family, you know, and stuff like that. I don't know about that.
Right.
But what I'll say is that's what I believed. You know what I'm saying?
At the time.
And I ran with it. And it helped me. And sometimes you gotta look at it like, damn, you know, whether it was the truest truth or the truest truth or some bullshit, you have to look at what did you get from it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I look at. You know, and I'm not saying anything to besmirch anybody's name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling it like it is. I'm fulfilling my promise to myself to tell it like it is, and don't be a bullshit artist, and don't come on your show with a bunch of gangster shoot 'em up shit and all this other stuff, or, you know, I climb Mount Everest and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there was a point when you were on the label when you were a part of this movement, and the label heads or whoever started looking at you differently.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why is that?
Because I think I just started noticing stuff.
Did they start to notice a change in the content
of your
music?
Definitely.
Yeah. Right.
And you know, and then A&Rs had changed. You know, it's like they call it
revolving door.
Revolving door, yeah, that. So I just felt the difference, and sometimes you feel a difference because it's not necessarily something that other people are imposing on you. It's kind of what you are imposing on yourself, and you just starting to react differently to the same people with the same reactions that they always have, and you have to realize that it's not them changing on you, it's you changing.
Right.
So I think that was a lot of it.
So it wasn't something marketable for them.
Oh, definitely not.
They didn't know how.
Definitely
Because of the
not.
transition from the first album to the second one.
Yeah.
They wasn't jacking it. They was like, we want
Yeah.
the original.
Were you still hustling? Were you still in the streets, or did you put
Nah.
that down?
I was over with.
Once you got the deal, that was it.
Yeah. That was it.
What prompted you to go look for God? We hear a lot of stories about hustlers who get to their last leg, and you know what I mean, they're just
Go
looking
through
for
some traumatic shit.
and they're looking for redemption,
Or you just young and there's just so much shit going on around you that you like, what's the meaning of all
this
this?
is fucked
Like,
up.
because that's what I'm hearing. You said you got discipline from it, structure from it, but like, what prompted you to go looking for it in the first place?
Because I'm sort of a geek for knowledge. And it's like, that's one of the or what I understand to be is used to be one of the major stumps in life. Is like, who is God? Where is God? Why is God? You know, so, you know, I don't know if it would be even safe for me to, you know, go into like some of the things, some of the smaller things that I've learned, you know, firstly about the trick in which a lot of the books of the Bible were adapted from earlier books. You know, for instance, like the story of Noah. Noah comes from the Gilgamesh epics, you know, from ancient Babylon.
Right.
You know,
There were multiple stories of the flood throughout different civilizations.
right,
Right.
right. So, but even as far as the character, like Noah is Utnapishtim in the Gilgamesh epics. You have, of course, you know, the Revelation story, every culture, and then you have Jesus, who has similar accounts as Mithra, Hercules, Heru, Horus,
Cyrus.
which is
Horus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it goes on, and it's a pantheon. What they say in Islam when they talk about Allah and the angelic beings, they say Allahumma, right? In English, of course, they say God and His angels, but they have the same names. So which one is which? Is God and Allah the same thing? Is Islam more Christian than they given, you know? And then what is it?
Elohim, the
Right,
powers,
Elohim,
and God
Allahumma.
powers, and
Right.
all that stuff.
So basically, put simply, is like, who is God? And what I found is God is you. And it's not that mind blowing, because everything is what it is to you. Because without you, it wouldn't exist. And that's kalimatullah, right? Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu. But it goes, I went on, but it's nothing would exist if Allah didn't create it. He is alone, no partners has He. So everything, they just not telling you that He, whether you want to say he or she, or, you know, is you.
It's within yourself.
It's you, not within, without, it's you, period.
So
Whatever
being
you-
selfish ain't so bad.
Huh?
So being selfish ain't so bad.
Nah, it's not. and good and bad is all perspective.
Yeah.
If you trying to paint the world blue and I'm trying to paint the world red, we become each other's devil. So what's the difference between, you know, but then they say Satan. But if you go into Satan, what you find out is demons, and demons in ancient Kemet was known as is a part of the microscopic universe. It has nothing to do with good or evil. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
So you learned to unlearn
Yeah.
yeah,
a
you
lot of
had
stuff
to.
you were taught.
And Satan translated as adversary.
Right.
Right.
So it's anybody could be your Satan. You know what I mean?
Right.
But not so much Satan, but it's important to say devil or diabolos, because Satan is Saturn. Satan is Saturday. It's all astrological, astronomical. Is the Redeemer, and they took planet bodies and spatial bodies and the events that went with them to explain, and then they eventually personified
Right.
these things,
And turned it into something else.
turn it into a
Like
drama story.
Monday's really Moon Day.
Moon Day, and look
Right.
what it is in Monday in Spanish, which has connections with
Lunes.
Semitic lunes, right?
Right.
Tuesday, martes, Mars.
Wednesday, miércoles.
Wednesday, miércoles, Mercury.
Right.
The only one is different. Thursday is jueves, but that's Thor. From Thursday, from Thor. Friday, Venus. And Sábado.
Domingo.
So during this time that you're gaining all this knowledge and you're changing your life, what's happening with the people around you? What are they seeing? Are people adapting to it, or people rejecting it, or people like, you tripping, man, you about to fuck up the bag? Like, what's going on?
I didn't really feel the brunt of too much of that because it was me who separated from the people.
A nigga used to have no chill. Nowadays I bump side A. Traffic going bumper to bumper, stuck on the highway. Takes so long to get from Monday to Friday. Then you wake up on Sunday like it was just Friday. Crime pays an iron cage, had to find ways. I wasn't trying to slave a 9 to 5 till my